Okay, I want to say thank you for joining me here. Thank you again. In this video, we're going to be doing some more figure sketching, looking at poses and stuff. I'm going to be sharing some more of my methods of drawing characters with you, okay? I'm not very good at drawing the human anatomy and stuff, but, you know, I do what I can. Now, let me show you something, okay? I've shown you something before where I draw with circles like this, okay? Where I do circles and I imagine that they're spheres. So we'll do the big one. We've got the head, the torso or the body, let's say, and then you've got the hips, or like the lower body and the hips. We're just splitting it into two parts. Really, you'd have the head, the rib cage, and then the hips here, and then you'd have like a smaller part connecting that, you know, to the body. So what we've done is we've taken the whole body and made it one piece, basically here. And we've okay. So, but let's just go back to what I was saying. Okay, so we're doing that, and we've got the bottom one bigger, as I say, to show that the hips are wider on a woman character. With the shoulder line will be here, and the hips line will be here. The head will be here, and we're just changing the shape and the size just to make it more realistic, obviously, you know. And then we'll put the legs in and everything here. See, okay. And then the arms will be there, let's say, and as I say, that's that. Now in the last video I was showing you a method at what I like to do with some triangles, which is a similar thing. Bigger one at the bottom, smaller one on top. Well, I always bring it slightly down for the privates here, so it's like an upside down kite thing, especially when you put the line down the middle here too for the spine. These two are overlapping slightly. That also shows where the rib cage would almost be, or slightly underneath the rib cage there. Put two circles for the shoulders if you wish to. Now I'm going to put this person's arms up just for a moment, and then I'm going to make like a little line just underneath the. I'm not going to curve it. I'll keep it straight just to show you here. Underneath the armpits is where the tops of the breasts would come in, and you draw these circular type hanging down shapes. Okay, just rest there. Like bags of milk, and then you go in like this. Okay, I bring this slightly down here. You can see now if I'm doing that with a slightly thicker pen, going around, you curve in, or please excuse me, you do the rib cage and then you slightly curve in, rib cage, curve in, and then there's an extreme curve. It curves much more out on the hips. You have the little area down here for the privates, and that goes around, and then you curve down. I'd follow my stick figure usually, but I didn't draw it in this time. I'm just doing it roughly. Where the shoulders come around, they're just rounded small little shoulders. Little lines that come across here for like the shoulder. What do you call it? The collarbones. Sorry. So you'd have your shoulder basically, and then you'd have your collarbones essentially, but. You know, but the shoulders are going to be slightly raised or very raised because the arms are raised on this character. There's another back part here that connects that from the shoulder blades up to the arms here. I'm not going to draw everything in here, okay, all detailed, but we're just doing this. And then you'd have a small little indentation there where the neck is, and then the neck going up. That's not the Adam's apple, it's just a lower little indentation. You've all got them. Put the belly button about there. Little lines to show the body there, going down. Okay, if you want to do that you can, don't go overboard with those lines. Now I've done those arms a little bit skinny. You can put a bit more meat on them if you want to do it that way, but the Adam's apple is not so prominent on female characters, as I say, drawn. And yeah, so you can do the head, you know, and all that when you can. But we're just doing a basic thing here. What I'm trying to show you, okay, basically is my way of doing this is using now the spheres, okay, the spheres of life, overlapping them in a certain way here, okay, overlapping. So what I'm trying to say is I'll erase. I don't usually bother to erase, but I'll do it just to show you here. This one is on top of this one, and this one is on top of this one. It's kind of like a snowman, okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to imagine now where the front line is. The front line, like an army situation. I've got the front line here. We're going to have the front of this one is going to be about here, and the front of this one's going to be about here. What the hell? Okay. And we're going to draw triangles in that. Let me just shrink it down for a second, because we've got to have space for the legs. I'm going to do the legs just really quickly as well. Put one leg there, one leg there. Oh, hang on. Maybe I should do that another way. That leg's about there. This leg's about there. That's about right. Okay, good. Okay. Now, as the character, shoulder. The hip line. I'll do a quick line across here, and the one for the shoulders, which is on the angle. See, about there, and we'll just do this to the side there. Okay, and this one about there. Okay. And I'll do this now. Now I'm going to work the triangles of magic on top, because the magical epic triangles, they're in no way related to, got nothing to do with Superman. Do a head, do a little smaller circle. We're going to follow that line. Okay, so remembering that line's there. Okay, do a little shape for to show where the ear is as well, if you want. It's in line with the eye line. I'm going to do my triangles now. So let's do that. Let's do these about kind of 3D kind of triangles, but the points going down to where that center line is. Can you see that center line down the middle? Can you see that? Okay, can you see that red line? And now with this side one here, we need to follow that as well, really. So actually I've done that one kind of wrong. Okay, if you can see I've done that wrong. That red line, we need to erase that just quickly and change the angle. Let's put it about here. Okay. So usually I would do these first, and then I would draw the arms and legs later on after I've worked out these triangles. So let's go with these triangles, as I say. So you didn't have to draw the arms and legs exactly before doing this. You just draw the circles and then the lines where the middles are, and then do the triangles. Then you'll know where to put everything else. So I'm doing this little upturned kite shape that goes here, and you can see though how that does match up now with the hip line. And that goes down here to the middle where the privates are. You can see how it's turned, can't you see? And there's like, underneath this is like a little socket that you can't really see it too well. So on that side you will definitely not see it. But it's like pointing kind of down, kind of towards us, but kind of down. You see, and then that's where the leg actually meets, you see. So if I bring that down now, basically if I bring that up, bring that down, I can just basically erase some of this, I think, just to show you, just quickly. I'll just erase some stuff. I'll just erase underneath that. Erase some of this other stuff. I'm going to keep the arms and legs, just to show you the arms and legs, how we're going to draw over them, okay? So remember, okay, we've got this line down the middle as well for the spine. There is a line for the spine, you can imagine, in the middle, and it goes all the way down to the middle. It's like the centre line, but you've got to remember that it connects. You've got the centre line, but then you've also got the spine line. But we kind of done it very rough on this character, but we're going to just move on, okay, now. So let's just hurry up because I don't have much time. The idea is you draw the character on top of this. Either like a proper drawn character, or you may want to work with rough triangles first. I've shown you in other videos. So let's work on top of this now. So yeah, I would do it, you see. So I may want to do the breasts in and fur, draw the breast if it's a female character, as I say, do that in there, you know, keep those lines in if I want to. But I'll bring that down, okay, and I'll start my character. So I'll do the character. I'm just going to do a really fast, quick sketch, okay, because I don't have time, because the time is running out on my screen recorder. I'm so sorry. I have to hurry up here, but you see how I'm doing that? And then just literally working that in, okay, carefully. And then you see how I'm not going to put those arms behind her now, just to be quick, okay. But you can do all that and work the hair and everything later on, you know, and work it all out. Do little small shoulders, as I say. Adjust it as you go. You know, put some lines and stuff in, belly button or whatever. A bit higher, I think that would be, but usually, but you know, that's basically something I'm just showing you there. So I'll show you some more in another video. Thanks for watching. I've got to go because the time on this. Thanks, guys.